So hi everyone, my name is Orr Aschenberg and I'm a computational biologist at the Broad Institute in Cambridge, Massachusetts in the Eric and Wendy Schmidt Center in the Klarman Cell Observatory. And today I'm going to lead you through the introductory lectures that are going to give you an overview of all the materials you'll need to engage in this data science challenge. And so the introductory lectures are broken into three: biology, technology, and data. In the biology lecture, we're going to discuss cancer and how it grows, the immune response to cancer, in particular T cells, and cancer immunotherapies. Then, in the second lecture on technology, we'll discuss how we can profile the immune system and perturb it to get outcomes that we'd like. And then finally, in the third lecture, we're going to talk about the data that was generated for this challenge and how we can load up that data, play around with it, analyze it, and this will get you going for the actual challenge. Okay, so the first lecture, biology, is going to cover cancer, T cells, and cancer immunotherapy. So it's broken down into four sections. The first will be how cancer forms, followed by our immune system's response to cancer, and then we'll talk about T cells in particular and how they become exhausted, and finally we'll talk about cancer immunotherapies. So let's start by talking about how cancer forms. So cancer is a disease that arises in our own healthy cells. And here, as an example, we're looking at the cells in our skin. And these cells can transform and start to grow uncontrollably and then spread throughout the body in the process of metastasis. And if left untreated, this will lead to the death of the individual. So cancer is a disease that arises within the genes within our own cells. And there are mutations that happen that lead to the cancer. And these mutations commonly happen in certain classes of genes, DNA repair genes, tumor suppressor genes, and proto-oncogenes. And as an example, tumor suppressor genes are genes that are controlling how your cells are going through the cell cycle and growing in a regulated manner. And if you get a mutation in one of these genes, now the cell is no longer really controlled in how it's growing, and it can start to outgrow the tissue. And that's one of the sort of hallmarks of cancer. So these mutations that happen in these genes, what they do is they actually change gene expression programs in the cells. So gene expression programs are groups of genes that are turned on or expressed together, and they function in a shared biological process. And so as an example, we can consider a melanocyte, which lives in your skin. It's a cell living in your skin. And normally it's going through this gene expression program of melanogenesis, whereby the cells produce melanin, which is important in the pigmentation of your skin, hair, and eyes. And so when there's a mutation in the melanocyte, this leads to it transforming from a benign melanoma into sort of an advanced melanoma. And as you get these sort of transformations, you get these changes in the gene expression programs of the malignant cells. And they start to acquire these programs, such as a program for cell division, so the cancer can keep growing and growing and growing, and also a program in epithelial mesenchymal transition, which is important for metastasis. And again, these programs are just groups of genes that the cancer cell turns on to accomplish its function. So in the United States, we get about 2 million cancers that were diagnosed in the past year, and cancer is overall globally the second leading cause of death. And so in the United States, the most common cancer types are breast, prostate, and lung, but there's cancers that are kind of occurring throughout different sites in the body. And then even within a cancer type, there are subtypes. So you're probably familiar with triple-negative breast cancer. That's one subtype of breast cancer. And so there's all these really diverse cancers, and they're appearing throughout the body. And fortunately, we have this amazing protective mechanism in our bodies, which is the immune system. And this is really what's going to be leading the fight against cancer.